I think it's right. We'll see.
I'm sure it is. Okay, now we're live. All right. Hello, everyone. We're really excited to be here and to be with the Anything team and some amazing judges that we have. While we wait for people to join, if you want to drop in the chat where you're calling in from, I mean, I guess we're not calling in, but you know what I mean? We'd love to see where everyone is from. And I know that there's a slight delay, so I always wait with a lot of anticipation to see where people are tuning in from. But yeah, we are so excited to announce some winners today with a huge prize amount. Okay, people are calling in from, okay, now it's coming in. Amsterdam, UK, Minneapolis, Sweden, Ontario, Canada. Nice. That's where I'm from. Buenos Aires, Egypt, Nigeria, California, New York, Montreal. Wow. Okay. Lots of different places. Kenya, France. Wow. I love that. That is amazing. Okay. LA. Wow. People all over the world. Amazing. Okay. Well, I think we can get started here. If people also want to share what they had submitted in the chat, you can definitely do that so that everyone can check it out. But we will jump right in. So really excited to be here. We have some incredible judges, and we have been, taking the last 24 hours to review all the submissions to see who was going to be one of the 5 winners here. But if you didn't know, this challenge was hosted on Contra, and Contra is a new home for creativity. So you can run your entire independent freelance business on Contra. You can post your work. You can connect with other talented independents. You can run your payments commission free. You can do a lot of different things. But we were absolutely so excited to host a challenge with Anything, and the submissions have actually blown me away. I was like, wow, you can truly build anything in anything. And so I want to thank everyone for, participating, using Contra, and also welcome to anyone that joined Contra because of this Anything challenge. We're super excited to have you here. And then we can go to the next slide. Okay, awesome. And then huge shout out to the Anything team. We truly could not have put something like this together without you all. And it's really cool that you can, put words into something and get a really incredible end product. It really does seem like the potential is endless. But I do want to pass it to you, Dhruv, to give a little bit more insight into Anything and the challenge.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it was super excited to work with Contra on this. We've always watched Contra from afar and thought that their community is super creative. I'm Dhruv. I'm one of the co-founders of Anything. Anything is the world's best agent for building products without coding. It lets regular people take an idea and turn it into a product that they can make real money online on the internet with. And so as part of the challenge, we decided to focus it on that. And we're just blown away by what people were able to make with the tool. In particular, Anything is especially good at making mobile apps and web apps, and it can do both of them in the same project. Everything is kind of built into the tool, so you don't need to worry about backends or databases or AI. You just say what you want to build, and Anything tries to build it. And we launched this August, so the tool is relatively new, and also launched Anything Max, which is an entire autonomous software engineer that can build your project, test it, debug it, and help you build real production applications. So with that, I'll let Zaria talk a little bit about the challenge.
Great. Thanks, Dhruv. Yeah, I think we were so excited to kind of get this challenge out there, and honestly, truly blown away by everybody that participated and contributed these projects that I have seen the best projects I've ever seen anyone make with anything during this challenge, which has been super exciting to see. So as everyone that participated knows, our theme for this challenge was building an app with anything that looks good, works, and can make money. I think there's a difference between something that can make money and something that's good enough to make people want to pay for it. And so it was really fun to see people kind of, go all in on this theme and build something that people actually want.
Amazing. I love that. I also love the build something that can actually make money because I feel like that is so important. There's even if you're doing something as a passion project or like a test project, still having that as the goal is the best. So I love that. Okay, let's do some intros. Since I'm already talking, I'll kick it off. But I am Zoe. I'm head of operations and one of the founding team members here at Contra. I see in the chat that some people miss Ben. I hear you. I understand. I am doing my best to swap in for him today. He is in transit to somewhere that he needs to be. So I saw someone said he might be busy. He is. But it was so fun working with the Anything team on this and many exciting things coming with the Anything team. So Dhruv, I'll pass it to you for the next intro.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm Dhruv. I'm one of the co-founders of Anything. Work on a bunch of random things at Anything, from GTM to sometimes product to hiring more folks for the small but mighty Anything team. And for this, was super excited to meet Ben and Zoe, and reason we should do something with them is because they crushed it. Zaria?
I'll jump in next. So I'm Zaria. I'm the founding marketer at Anything. So working on all of our exciting product launches and other sort of fun marketing adventures that we're going to be coming out with soon, which is exciting. I will pass to Chris.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. My name is Chris. I build productivity apps and I teach people how to build apps on YouTube. I also own an agency. Very excited. I was blown away by the submissions. I'll go ahead and pass it to Leo.
Gotta unmute myself. Hey everyone, my name is Leo. You probably know me from Twitter. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been into this, tech world for like 5 years. At the beginning, it was just hiring devs, but with all these new tools coming up, I've been like vibe coding my way into an app now. And I'll pass it. Oh, so you already went. So.
Leo, someone said fisherman in the chat.
I think Chris said the same thing. He was like, I don't recognize you, Leo, from meeting you like this. I'm used to some fish. And I was like, what is he talking about? But now it's all connecting. Okay, amazing. I think we can go to the next slide. So like we've all said, there were so many amazing submissions. It was really hard to choose. For people that don't know, we actually do review every single submission that is like contributed towards any challenge. And we end up like voting and shortlisting. And it's quite a process in the background, but it is very important to do it this way in order to ensure we are, picking the most incredible submissions. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, this is the fun part. Dhruv, do you want to share about this part?
Yeah, for sure. So
okay.
We admittedly, as a small startup, decided to just dip our toes in the water. We're big risk for us. Will anyone even participate in our hackathon on Contra? And we were blown away. We put up $25K in cash prizes. We wanted to spread the love from some of our other hackathons. So there's a $15K grand prize, but then also prizes for second, third, fourth, and fifth place. So lots of different ways to win. And really just wanted to do that because we know everyone put in so much time to actually make a hackathon submission and spend a couple of days to actually make sure it really works. And then in addition to that, one thing we were blown away by this time was the huge amount of cool content on X and LinkedIn of people posting about their projects and sharing their stories. That was actually my favorite part, was actually hearing a little bit of the why behind how someone came up with the idea, why they think it could make money, why they have unique insight into building this thing. And so for those, we're also giving out 10 best social posts. It's 3 months of Anything Max. Anything Max is our ultimate tier, where it can solve any bug and build entire features in parallel while you go work on something else. And so hoping that as a small thank you for those social posts, you can use Anything Max to build out the rest of your project and get something live.
Awesome. This is life-changing money. Like for people that are going to win here, this is insane. And yeah, having access to Anything Max is obviously a nice benefit as well. And I think the next slide actually shows, yeah, these are all the people that win the best social posts. So this is what Dhruv was mentioning. There were so many. I have to agree. Like I feel like my entire X feed was just like anything, which was great. I was like, clearly we're doing something right here and things are, really hype. But all of these people are getting access to Anything Max for 3 months, which is amazing. So you can really, max out how you're using anything. Okay, so this is the fun part. I don't think everyone could hear a little drum roll that I'm doing. But we are going to announce the winners. So as you could see, there are 5 winners. I am going to be announcing the person that got 5th place first, which is Johannes. Congratulations. So you won 5th prize. This is $500, which is amazing. And the reason why I loved this project selfishly is because I have definitely needed a product like this. I have wanted to go to an event or been in a city and been like, oh, it'd be so cool to go to this thing, but I don't know anyone, or I don't know anyone that likes the sort of things that I like. And so I really like the premise of the product. I would definitely pay for something like this. But I also think the UI is super clean, and the amount of flows that you were able to build in this time frame is, I think, so impressive. Like, we're looking at a chat feature right now. I feel like chat is really hard to build. So there was just so many things that you were able to do in such a short period of time. And I do really love the product itself. So congratulations. Okay, next.
Awesome. I can take this one. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but Gabor, congrats on 4th place. Absolutely love this app, especially as you can see here, the demo going on with the camera. I think this is a very impressive demo. I don't know if there's a lag here, but if you can't tell, you're able to literally live scan different either barcodes or the actual item, and then it's able to tell what the item is. This is a very impressive thing to build in a very short amount of time. And then, not to mention, the UI is just super clean. The functionality, this is a very interesting concept. Being able to scan and being able to, get the prices of the items. The utility makes a lot of sense, and I think combined with just how clean the app is, I think that this could do very well. I think I saw you deleted the database by accident as well in the post. So once you get it back up, definitely send me a link to that. And then, I would love to try it.
I'll take this one. So Ted, I really love this app. It's kind of like a founder product fit or something like that, because if you watch the demo video, he's like super shy, and I think it's a great idea, super niche. I would love to see it on the App Store. You could probably push that in like a couple of minutes with anything, but overall it's like pretty nice. You can record your voice and it will give you like tips on how to improve and stuff. That's it. Yeah.
And I'll hop in here for Medi with 2nd place. This app is so incredible to me, honestly, because it's so framed around helping people. Essentially, this is an app that's helping people study for the UK exam. And basically, you're able to change your whole life. You're able to have this like incredible resource all through this app. Also super impressed, Medi was able to get it to the App Store during the duration of this, and I believe also made money after getting downloads, which I know is the theme of the hackathon, and so super impressive.
All right, and then for our 1st place winner for $15,000, also a virtual drum roll, but it is Efren, $15,000 for Cappy Focus. This was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful app, and it's one that I could totally imagine downloading on the App Store. And so super excited for you to get it on there. It is a little animated Cappy that when you get to watch, and as you set focus timers, and a capybara, and he gets his life back together too as you focus more. There's so many interesting, honestly, pieces of content with like scripture-based meditations, calm music, sounds, and so as someone who has spent lots of time with Pomodoro timers, and constantly has a need to just focus in on whatever I'm working with. I just saw this as like such a useful app. I can imagine actually unlocking, pro tiers with a subscription tier, or paying for additional tracks. And so really love the care and effort that you put into this, and was just blown away. I think sometimes my favorite projects on anything are the ones where I look at them and I'm like, I didn't realize you could build that on anything. And so you definitely hit that bar, Efren. So congratulations.
Amazing. Wow, it is so fun to be able to like give to the community, and yeah, definitely well deserved for all 5 of these incredible winners. And I think we're going to bring a couple. Okay, no, I'm going to pass it to you, Dhruv, I believe.
Yeah, no, so I'd love to just, I think we have a few of the winners here. We would love to dive a little deeper into their backgrounds, how they built it, and any tips and tricks they have for the next one of these to throw. So with that, Ted, are you there?
Hello, hi.
Ted, congrats on 3rd place. I loved your app. Before we get started, what's a little bit about yourself? How did you come up with the idea, and who are you?
Yeah, sure. I'm Ted, the creator behind Oomph, which is like a little line coach that will help you speak more confidently, whether that's for interviews, presentations, or just everyday conversations. Yeah, I do have a tech background, but I've never launched an app before, and I've never, even published like an app. And so this is my first time doing any of the UI or mobile app with anything. And yeah, so the first step that I built out was actually the UI. I already had the wireframes in line. I had the logo, the name in mind. And yeah, I just prompted anything to say, I want this session screen, I want this record button, and this like Duolingo like UX style, UI style. And yeah, so I did that for a few hours. And then, the next day I came back here, I was like, okay, let's hook up the back end. Let's hook up the, the speech to text, the analysis part. Yeah, I also did that just in a few hours. Yeah, and then I did encounter a few, I guess, bugs on the voice input or like the uploading part, because that you have to configure. I mean, if you were to do this without anything, you would have to configure those storage database, and and also like learn about the native like audio input and all that. So yeah, I didn't have to read any documents. I didn't have to read any code. It was just simple English prompting, and I was able to build this in a few hours, in a few days. And yeah, and then I also tried using anything Max parallel tasks. So I had 2 tasks that was run in parallel. One was the authentication, and the other one was the profile screen. Yeah, so since these 2 tasks were not that related, so I was managed to get both of these tasks running together. But I guess the better tip is that make sure that your prompts are good for these 2 different tasks. If not, you would end up having to debug both tasks at the same time. So
yeah. Well, lots of really fantastic tips there. Yeah, I was so impressed with this app because of how built out it was, and full functionality from the front end to the back end, and how it was all hooked up. And so love your tips of like start with the UI, get the flows how you want them to be, then transition into making it real. Super interesting. You were able to actually use so many of the native device features without actually needing to know how they work. Anything can look up docs for a lot of these things and help you build them. And then the third one I love there was just leaning into the parallel building of Max. It sounds like you had a little bit of tech knowledge on, what things are good to do in parallel because they won't conflict. But definitely tips for people to build more fully functional apps on anything is to lean into those things. And how did you come up with this idea? It was extremely useful. It felt slightly more personal. Have you been using it yourself, or do you have a friend?
Yeah, so I've always been the shy and awkward kid, and now that with AI, I've talked with ChatGPT, how can I improve my speech? How do I make myself sound better? So I think, you could build an app that uses AI to analyze your speech. And, it's a safe space for you to practice without any pressure. And, I also wanted to add this little lion mascot so that it's fun to use. And, it's practicing is already, like a stressful, for some people. And then, so I think, adding this lion mascot would be, just make it more comfortable to practice. And lion signals pride and confidence. So that's why I chose this lion. And I'm also a cat person, so my cat was my inspiration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was really impressive. I loved your landing page as well. People will send it out later, but the landing page here is beautiful and instantly got me curious about the app. So hope you push it to the App Store. And then I love that insight as well. I mean, there's so many things if you find yourself talking to ChatGPT about and using it for, you can turn into an app with a dedicated, really interesting UX. And so great job there. And then I think we also have our second place winner here today. Mehdi, so nice to meet you. I would love to hear a little bit more about yourself.
It's so nice to meet you all. I'm actually pretty shocked. I found out literally 10 minutes before joining. And it's such a wonderful experience the last few days and weeks. And ever since finding out about anything, it's just allowed me to express myself and create in new ways. And through this hackathon, I now found Contra, which seems like the best community online. Everyone's so positive, and I love that. And I can't wait to start using the platform, both platforms more.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate it.
I think I was most impressed by the fact that you actually got to real revenues. Isn't that right with your app?
Yeah, so within the first 24 hours, we got our first customer. We haven't really got any more customers. We have a few downloads yet. But yeah, we made our first $5, which covers the cost of the coffees, I think, for me and my friend.
That's amazing. $5 definitely covers the cost of coffee. You maybe need a few more for the AI credits, but the honest take is, I think that's like usually the most motivating thing about app building is if you can go from an idea to a first customer, that's actually what gives you the motivation to actually really build it out. So I just love that impulse. Can you tell a bit more about the story of like, how did you find them and how did you sell the app?
Yeah, absolutely. So this app and the whole idea about it, I never knew about this test beyond maybe 2 weeks ago. I was catching up with a friend Sunday, and he said he shared that he was working on practicing for this test, the Life in the UK test. Thousands and thousands of expats take this test every month. And I'm born and raised in London. I'm British citizen. And when I tried to do the test myself, when I got home, I didn't do as well as I thought. And I looked at Reddit, I reached out to other people, I've reached out to a test prep center, and it's actually really challenging. Anyone from the UK, I'd say, try and learn about it. It's really interesting to see the different questions and just the history. And I mean, now I can pass, I think, with my eyes closed, thanks to the app and other apps that I've downloaded for inspiration. But yeah, it's a pain point a friend had, and through this process, I found out that many other people have this pain point, especially if English is not their first language, and that's the next iteration of the application. I want to make it multilingual, and once I figure that out, that will be in the next update. But it was really straightforward. Most of the apps I've tried to build before are very complex, has so many different features, and I'm not technical. My background is in advertising and events curation, so not technical in the slightest. But all of these iterations I've done leading up to this point over the years and failing forward, I think I found that moment where everything kind of aligns, and now I can create anything that comes to mind. And I'm just super, number one, proud of myself for winning my first hackathon, or second place. That's is amazing. But number two is it's great to just be able to build and help, bring value to the world through building something for others. And this has definitely inspired me to find more pain points and speak to more people and see what I can develop for them. So this test prep app now will be given to the test prep center, and I want to talk to them more to see how I can further develop it through them, because within their students and their community helped shape what this is. And a portion of this winning would definitely go to the team there, and definitely way more coffees and a gift for my friend. And I'm lost for words in a way, but I hope this answered your question.
No, that was so articulate. I think so many interesting nuggets there, from just how you can find inspiration for useful app ideas from anyone in any part of your life, to now just the time, like that's shrunk from 2 weeks ago. You hear this idea, then this hackathon comes in your life, and you're like, why don't I just build it? And now it's soon going to be a live app. And then I love this app idea, just the practicality of it and extensibility of it. So pretty simple to get started, but I'm sure you can go very deep. And I'm sure there's tons of people looking for an app that helps them prepare for this test on the go in the App Store. So I could totally see in a year you being like, I've got tons of different test apps for every single like type of test on the internet, and I'm spreading it through communities. So really impressive work. Any tips or tricks for building in anything for future hackathons for folks?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that definitely worked for me is, I don't know if it's if it actually works, but for every new feature, I would open a new chat, and that kind of helps me think it kind of gives me closure of, okay, great, I've done this part. Now I'm moving on to the next step or the next feature. So one thing I'll definitely do for future hackathons, or my advice would be, if you are confident with this feature and you're mentally preparing to go to the next step, just open a new chat. I think it helps in one way. I haven't proven this yet, but it's definitely helped me.
Yeah, that's definitely a great tip. We were working with the new chat, slightly more apparent in anything. It's a new feature of anything, but you can scope your features to a new chat, and it helps the AI actually stay focused on a particular piece of the product and context. And then you can parallelize things as well. So you can work on something while something else is finishing. And it really does help people, but it's definitely a new mental model for people to adopt in products like anything. So it's cool that you discovered that and saw how you could use it to build something much more complex. And with that, I don't know that we have Efron here, right?
I don't think we do, unfortunately.
Got it. And with that, I'll pass it back to Zoe. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I feel like we end a lot of these challenges and people message us, reach out and say, oh, I wish I had been part of the challenge. And so there's a lot of next steps here, but the thing that I'm most excited about is that there is an Anything Challenge 2.0 coming very, very soon. Can I say the date?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I was thinking about it. I was like, can I say the date? And I was like, I haven't asked you guys. So yes, we are launching the 2.0 on Thursday, which is so hype. So if you were part of this, you're more than welcome to participate again. But this is also a great opportunity if you didn't get around to it, ran out of time, whatever it may be. We are doing an Anything Challenge 2.0 starting on Thursday, and we will be sharing the link to join or register today. So very excited for that. But there's also a lot of other exciting things. So if you want to check out all the things that were created using Anything part of this challenge or before the challenge, you can join the discussion by going to this URL that I think Sean will drop here in a moment. And then also, you can now get the Anything iOS app, and we will also drop that link here as well. But Dhruv, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, so today we saw a bunch of mobile apps made in the Anything web builder, which is really impressive. But now you're going to be able to build apps on your phone on the go. So if you're out in the wild, on the subway, and you have an app idea for the hackathon, it's going to be as easy as talking to your phone, and Anything will kick it off. You can then, of course, go back home and finish it up on the web, or just test things out. And as part of this, we're going to add entirely new mobile capabilities that were not possible to build before. So you saw some of the winning projects use voice inputs. And so I think I'm really excited about what the apps will be able to do with the Anything iOS app out. You can get it today. If you go to createanything.com/preorder, it's free to download. And it will live download on your phone right in time for the hackathon challenge kicking off on Thursday.
Amazing. That is so cool. I already downloaded it. It looks amazing. And what is what we could do actually, I just came up with this idea, but to your point, Dhruv, around you could be building this or like starting this on mobile on the subway. We should have a part of the challenge where it's like share the craziest place where you were starting to build. And it could be like you on the subway. It could be you out for dinner with your parents, whatever you want it to be. But like that would be a really fun element for people to share as well.
Yeah, recently it's been my favorite party trick is like go to a house party or something else. And then someone always says like, what if there was an app for that? And we should build that. And then I just whip out the phone and I'm like, look, like I got the first version of the app. And so I hope people have fun with that party trick and end up building something really real. And then Zoe, do you want to announce, maybe we do this later. Do you want to announce, I think we're going to go bigger for this one, right? Or what are we thinking?
Yeah, well, I think you guys were thinking, let's go bigger. So Dhruv, if you want to announce the prize or the total prize amount for this next Anything Challenge 2.0, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah, I mean, this hackathon went so well that we decided to just go even bigger. This is a little experiment for us. So we're going to do 100K in prizes for the Anything 2.0 challenge. And we should have a few surprises along the way. So definitely join if you missed this one. I think it's life-changing money for everyone involved, and we should spread it out. Yeah, as Zoe mentioned, it's a leak. So if you're on the live stream, special pre-warning, maybe you can get started on your hackathon project today so that, you know, when you go out live on Thursday, you have a really great submission. So go from there.
Amazing. Yeah, I think the community is going to be so hyped. And we can't wait to go public with this as well. Well, thank you so much to the Anything team. Could not do it without you, and so hyped for 2.0. And then thank you, Chris and Leo, for judging. This was amazing. And thank you to everyone that participated. And we'll see you very soon for our next live event. We're announcing the 2.0 winners. So thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.